Hey, what's up, people? My name is Joe, and I am a theologian and recording artist and speaker, and I live in the North Texas area. And a week ago, I just finished the advanced weekly retreat at the Gaylord in Grapevine, and it was the most transformative experience in my life, I would say. I was led to the work of Dr. Joe very recently. I am a baby in this work, and I've had a very rough last couple of years because my mom, my brother, and my dad passed away within a period of less than 2 years, about 2 years ago in total. And so it really threw me into a depression, and I struggle with also some physical ailments that came from my career as a power lifter in the fitness industry. And so the combination of the physical ailments that I've had, along with the metaphysical ailments, just led me to just cope through pharmaceutical drugs and things like that for the last 2 years. And it's just been a very dark hole, just treading water to help support my family. And it led me to some serious health problems and a near death experience a few months ago that opened up kind of a quantum. Like, I saw that the physical world really wasn't all that was there. I had a powerful experience in the quantum at that time, and that was combined with a few synchronicities when I had really asked God for help that led me to the work of Dr. Joe. And my wife, being the wonderful angel that she is, was very diligent and found a way to get me a spot. It's not easy to get me a spot in one of these retreats, and it was a week ago that I just completed it. Now, before the retreat, all I had done was I had read very carefully Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I had done all the preparatory work from the conference. I got all the other books and literature and flipped through. I dove in head first, but the idea of going to a week-long seminar and spending, as early as 4 a.m. for that one pineal gland meditation, and then, 6 a.m. on the rest of the days, all the way to like as late as 8 p.m. at night, all the way through teaching, meditations, teachings, meditations, learning and building in this. It just seemed like a lot going in, and but I was open and I dove in, and I'm telling you that time just went by like it was absolutely nothing. I would say the first day that I went in, I was having trouble doing the breathing. I thought that I would pass out if I didn't get enough oxygen. Like I had to do when Dr. Joe was saying to breathe in, like sucking fluid up the straw from the perineum to the top of your to the pineal gland, and it was something that I had to get 2 or 3 breaths in by the time that everybody else was getting one. And when I realized that wasn't 100% necessary, that I could follow the instructions, tell my body that it wasn't going to die if I just went ahead and tuned out of that fear, it really kind of took off for me. And there were so many experiences that I had out of this three-dimensional realm, like in the waveform, in the quantum, very close to mystical experiences. Definitely a few mystical experiences through this time. It's hard to list them all in priority, but I would say one of them that I have to mention is on the first walking meditation. It was kind of stepping into our future after we were out there on the bridge early in the morning, and it just felt like you could feel the energy. I felt like I was moving in waveform. I could feel positive energy in the air, and I was bringing it to myself and others kind of through like movements in my hands. And as I was walking over the bridge, I was just feeling an intense amount of love in my heart. And I saw a boat that was out there, and I think it was like a father, son, or something like that. They were in the boat, two figures in the boat, about 50 yards away. And I just turned towards them, and I felt the love in my heart. And then I imagined the distance between my hand and that boat. And then I just put my awareness in that distance and just sent them love. And both of their head, they turned around and looked up towards the bridge. It was intense. It was like, wow, this was one of the moments that I realized this is not just kind of a personal experience. This is real. This is kind of like fabric of the universe type stuff that we're tapping into. This is real deep level healing. And so the next experience I would have to highlight would be in the convergence healings. It was extremely intense for me. As we were outside in the hallway, lined up and doing our walking meditation to get prepared to do the convergence healing on the healies that were inside in the room, um, I saw a vision in my head of my mom, my dad, and my brother as the healies in that room, and it just absolutely rocked me. The compassion that I felt in my heart, that I would feel as if I could direct this energy towards them, I felt exactly for the people that we would be directing energy and healing energy towards in that room. And tears were just flowing uncontrollably down my face. And when we went in there in our healing pods and we did the healing work, I could feel the healing and the love energy and that compassion flowing through me onto the healee. It was unmistakable, unmistakable. And I know that because when Dr. Joe instructed us to, after we were finished with the convergence healing, to then turn our palms back towards our own heart, I just felt a warm love just pulsating through my body. And the energy was just irrefutably real. Very, very, very intense experience. I will never, never, never forget it. I have been since, in the last week since the conference, doing those healings on my wife for the various ailments that she's experiencing right now. And I really wish she could have been there at the conference. I just shout out to her, Kat, for her sacrifice in allowing me to be there. Almost a little bit of guilt that she wasn't there, but she's going to be at one soon for sure. I have to mention the one experience that I had that was probably the most intense mystical experience would be where it's the end of the conference, it's the last walking meditation. I'm now being tasked, I believe, divinely tasked with taking what we've learned from Dr. Joe and each other in that room and taking it into my sphere of influence as a theologian in society, speaking on political issues through music and talks. I wanted to elevate the level of society in terms of consciousness to an area of love where, voluntary transactions can actually exist in a way that they don't exist today, and care for each other and care for our neighbor as if we're all family would just be kind of a given in society. And I wanted to do that and show the difference between what an elevated society would look like and then the society that we have now based on coercion and fear and a lower level of consciousness. And I'm thinking this is just way too big of a task for me. I know that's what God has given me, but it's too big for me. How would I go from this room where I feel this energy, and how am I going to take it with me? And is it really real? And was this a dream? And all these kind of thoughts and three-dimensional kind of concerns are coming at me. And so it's the last walking meditation that we have after we did the body electric meditation inside. We took it out there on the bridge, and we're doing this last walking meditation, and you could feel the electricity in the air. It was tangible. The energy was irrefutable. It was just such a there was just a collective spirit of awe that was in the air that was more physical than you could put words to. And so as we're coming off of the bridge, everybody's like, we were looking at each other's eyes, and we knew we shared this experience together and that we would be forever connected for it. And as we're walking off of the bridge, I see this wonderful lady who's carrying a cane, and she's kind of walking with a little bit of victory in her step, and she's got her daughter there and another friend, and the friend and the lady had attended the conference, and the daughter had not. And so I walk up to them, I'm drawn to them, start talking to them, and I hear the beautiful lady with the cane say, "I'd been healed of spinal stenosis." I hear her say that. It was like just totally audible to me. And so I call my wife immediately, because I've been updating her the whole time. And I was like, "You won't believe this. This wonderful lady is carrying her cane now. She's not walking with it because she's been healed from spinal stenosis." And when I say that, the women, all three of them, they just break out crying, and they're like, "Wow, how did you know that?" And I said, "She just said it. I mean, obviously that's how I know it. She just said it." And the lady with the cane says, "No, I didn't say that at all. Did I say that?" Turns to her daughter, "Nope, you didn't say it." Turns to her friend, "Nope, you didn't say it." And there was just, the recognition that this telepathy, this prophecy was just so it just flowed through me, and it just seemed so natural. I realized that I wasn't going to have to strive to keep this work alive, and that it wasn't. And as a matter of fact, I had to do the opposite. I had to more rest in it and go with the flow, and God would divinely do the rest for me. And I'm just so thankful to be in that spot because I can't do it. It's a greater mind than myself, I know, that has to do it. The fabric of being. And it's been a week later. I've done a meditation every single day. I've kept on with the work. I'm writing. It's influencing my music. There's going to be a flow of content that's going to be coming out from me. And I just want to just give a huge shout out to Dr. Joe Dispenza for grinding in the dark and all those hours that he put in to make this available to us. It's just such a gift that he's brought into society. He's such a wonderful man for this. So much love to Dr. Joe Dispenza, the entire staff. Anything that I can do for y'all, you got to serve him for life. Appreciate you. All love.